Denver teachers won't be the only ones on the picket line if this comes down to a strike. School nurses are covered by the same contract.
Now, DPS has promised to keep schools open by hiring substitute teachers. So can they pull off the same feat with nurses? Denver 7's Lance Hernandez put that question to the administrator in charge. So, Lance, what does she have to say?
Well, she says they don't want to see a strike, but if they have drawn up contingency plans just in case, they're looking at bringing in other nurses to cover.
We want to be sure all our students' medical needs are met, particularly our medically fragile students.
DPS has just over 100 nurses on staff who provide direct services to students with chronic illnesses or disabilities.
They often work with kids if somebody comes in with an injury or needs a Band-Aid or anything like that.
Ellen Kelty, DPS's Director of Student Equity and Opportunity, oversees the Health Services Division. She says they're looking at bringing in other nurses in case those on staff go on strike.
Well, my boys have had to see the nurse 3 or 4 times this year.
Jason Casey has 2 kindergartners at Lincoln Elementary.
You know, they get a stomachache at lunch, they fall on the playground, a kid pushes them into a rock.
He says nurses play an important role at school, but he's not as concerned about substitute nurses as he is about substitute teachers.
I don't think a substitute teacher can just step into the role of the teacher and educate them the way that I want them to be educated.
But Tia Steppelman feels the same way. She has a 1st and 3rd grader at Teller Elementary.
So my kids don't have pre-existing medical conditions, so I'm not really concerned for them specifically, but I think that most parents will probably be a little bit nervous to send their kids to a school that's either their substitutes or there are people even in the building that the kids don't know.
Both sets of parents told me they support teachers in their efforts to win more pay. They say they're thinking about keeping their kids at home until the dust settles, if there is a strike. That may have to do more with the age of the student. I spoke with some high school parents on Wednesday who told me they'll send their kids to school, strike or no strike. Jacqueline?